We've all heard it before, a punchline to a joke about a sue-happy society. A woman sued McDonald's because her coffee was hot. On the surface, it sounds like the ultimate frivolous lawsuit. But what if I told you that everything you thought you knew about this case was a lie? What if the truth involved skin grafts, corporate negligence, and a grandmother's fight for her life? This is the story of Stella Liebeck, and it's the most misunderstood legal battle in history. It was February 1992 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. 79-year-old Stella Liebeck was in the passenger seat of her grandson's car. They had just ordered a 49-cent coffee from the McDonald's drive-thru. Stella wasn't driving, and the car was not moving. It was parked. When she went to remove the lid to add cream and sugar, the unthinkable happened. The styrofoam cup collapsed, spilling the entire scalding liquid into her lap. In an instant, her life changed forever. Most people assume it was just a red mark or a minor blister. It wasn't. The coffee was served at a temperature between 180 and 190 degrees Fahrenheit. For context, at that temperature, liquid causes third-degree burns in less than 3 seconds. Stella suffered full-thickness burns over 16% of her body, including her inner thighs and groin. She spent 8 days in the hospital, underwent painful skin grafting, and lost 20 pounds in a matter of weeks. Her daughter described the smell of the burns as something no child should ever witness from their mother. Now, here is the part that critics always ignore. Stella didn't want to sue. She didn't want millions. She originally wrote to McDonald's asking for just $20,000, enough to cover her medical bills and her daughter's lost wages. McDonald's, a billion-dollar empire, responded with an offer of just $800. It was an insult. By refusing to take responsibility for a medical catastrophe, McDonald's forced a 79-year-old woman into a courtroom. When the case went to trial, the evidence turned the jury's stomach. It was revealed that McDonald's required its franchisees to keep coffee at that dangerous temperature because it tasted better and allowed for longer holding times. Even more shocking, in the decade before Stella's accident, McDonald's had received over 700 reports of people burned by their coffee, including children. They knew the danger. They knew the risks. They simply decided that the cost of lawsuits was cheaper than the cost of changing their machines. The jury was outraged. They awarded Stella $200,000 in compensatory damages, which was later reduced. But the real headline was the punitive damages, $2.7 million. Why that specific number? It was the equivalent of just 2 days' worth of McDonald's coffee sales. The jury wanted to send a message that human safety is more valuable than morning profits. Stella Liebeck never became a millionaire. She eventually settled for a much smaller, undisclosed amount that barely covered her ongoing medical care. But she became the face of a corporate propaganda campaign designed to make it harder for victims to sue powerful companies. Next time you see a caution contents hot warning on your cup, remember Stella. It's not there because of a greedy lawsuit. It's there because one woman stood up to a giant. This is the Legal Ledger Files.